Comer.
And I'm Valerie Williams. Glad you joined us today. This is an unbelievable story that happened shortly after a pilot climbed into the cockpit today. The pilot of a twin-engine Cessna passed out at the controls. The plane, on automatic pilot, kept wobbling through the air for hours until its fuel tank was empty. Thomas Root, a Washington lawyer, began his trip in Washington. When he reached Virginia, he radioed air traffic controllers to tell them he was having chest pains and trouble breathing. After that message, no one heard from Root for hours, so 2 Marine Corps planes set out to find him. Remember, Root's plane was on automatic pilot. It crashed when it ran out of fuel just east of the Eleuthera Islands in the Bahamas. Root survived the crash. He was rescued by the Coast Guard and taken to a hospital in Opelika. There's no word on his condition, but rescuers believe they witnessed a miracle. Residents of Wichita Falls, Texas feel terribly antsy, and this is why. They're sharing their neighborhood with red ants so thick they make green lawns look like red carpets. And no matter how much residents are itching to get rid of the insects, they're stuck with them for a while. You see, it's mating season, and you're right, that means even more red ants. The public assault against assault weapons grows more fierce, and lawmakers are taking notice. In Washington today, lawmakers loaded a Senate chamber with discussion about the weapons. Under scrutiny is a bill which would put severe restrictions on certain kinds of semi-automatic weapons. Senator Howard Metzenbaum says there's no excuse for private citizens to carry the guns.
We are here to draw the line. Assault weapons are designed for one purpose and one purpose alone, for killing human beings.
Metzenbaum also says semi-automatic weapons aimed at law enforcers pose a frightening risk.
Newswatch reporter Valerie Williams is standing by at the Lee County School Administration building. Valerie, why the about-face?
Well, Julie, this whole process, as you know, was supposed to take 3 months. Instead, it has taken 1 year. It seems that members of the Lee County School Board and the AIDS Task Force were just ready to get on with it. Now, discussion today centered around insurance coverage, especially liability insurance. And, of course, there was that history-making AIDS testing taking place at Riverdale High School last year. No lawsuits have been filed. So, as I said, they were simply ready to get on with it. And today, papers were signed authorizing testing at schools. And if you look at the video here, you'll see that Dr. Bob Schwartz smiles as he signs away. He was a bit confused at first because we left the meeting. Nothing had been done. He thought, okay, it still hasn't been authorized. Within 10 minutes, there was a turnaround, and both the Lee County AIDS Task Force and the board did sign those papers. And here's what Dr. Schwartz had to say about testing that will happen at all 7 Lee County high schools.
I think that we'll see this as we do, as a chance to truly educate on a one-on-one basis. Best kind of education I know.
Of course, the schools are not forced to go along with the testing, but if necessary, if they want to do it, everything is in place now. As I said earlier, a lot of the discussion today centered around insurance coverage. It seems the board wanted to cover all of the bases, especially here at home base, and in case any lawsuit should arise. Some of the things that were discussed were called minor glitches. Barbara Wallace referred to it as minor glitches, such things as if there should be a lawsuit because someone's arm was wounded during testing or they felt they got inadequate counseling. But it seems as if right now, after a year, things have been finalized as far as AIDS testing in all 7 Lee County high schools.
Okay, Valerie, thank you very much.
The piercing sound of the shots that rang out from a 16-gauge shotgun still ring in the heads of these officers. They must reconstruct the crime scene. And the shooting left questions on the minds of Fairfax Avenue residents. What happened to make their good neighbor, Bob Connolly, shoot and kill Deputy Ronnie Fewell? Why did he shoot his wife, then turn the gun on himself? A domestic disturbance call sent Fewell to the Connolly house last night, putting him right in the middle of what some lawmen call their most hazardous assignment.
One or the other party feels that the police officer is doing wrong to the husband or wife, depending on the situation, and the opposite party jumps in and attacks the police officer.
To protect themselves, all street deputies wear bulletproof vests, a shield between them and the assailant. But the shot that hit Deputy Fewell missed the vest and went straight through his heart.
Yeah, somewhat of a fluke. You know, if it had hit him in the vest, you know, he'd probably be alive today.
Investigators will put together the pieces of the puzzling crime that left one man dead, another man and his wife in critical condition. In Lee County, Valerie Williams, Wink News.